Beat him senseless.
You and me and you, we gonna throw down. That's right, we gonna get serious.
You can run.
Beat him senseless.
You and me and you, we gonna throw down. That's right, we gonna get serious.
You can run. But you can't hide.
It's time for the Fuller Broadcast with your host, Jeff Fuller, and your co-host, Anthony the Tiger.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fuller Broadcast 24/7 Sports News. Live interviews, mania coverage. I interview MMA, boxing, BKFC fighters, Muay Thai, IKF kickboxing. But now, I'm going to interview Reggie Barnett Jr., bare knuckle fighter, educated hands. Let's bring him on.
Oh, yeah. Dangerous. Oh, look who's there. What's up, my friend?
What's up, Reggie?
What's up,
Welcome
fellas?
to the podcast show again.
How you doing, buddy? Looking good, man.
Word. Can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah, we could hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. I'm just enjoying the metal on your neck.
Yeah, man. Look at that. Oh, my. Look at that. Woo!
I got another one, but I gave it to a friend of mine. So.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, we
So,
gotta break out the hardware to let them know what it is. I'm coming to get some
Hey, I love it.
You know, the last time we talked was I'm not sure if it's the future or past, but D-Bat, whatever his name is. So what's going on today for you?
See, you can't even. That's how unimportant he is. You can't even remember what his name is.
That's true, man. That's true. He went off Facebook, so we don't have to worry about him.
Oh, I don't even know. You know, I don't keep up too much with other people's social media. I try to keep up with my own and try to do what I can to, promote myself, promote positivity back in the community, and
definitely
have fun. But I'm super excited. So September 11th, they're doing a show in Daytona. Ooh, the fight that everybody's been pushing for, the fight that everybody wants to see between me and Abby is going to happen.
Nice.
I got my contract, so we're just getting some other things worked out, and it's going to be I'm excited about the event, and I'm excited to see, because they're doing a tribute, of course. It is September 11th.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
So they've been down in Florida working out the logistics of that. So I'm excited to see how that turns out. And I'm honored, as always, to be on a bare knuckle card, but, to be considered for this special card, is it's definitely always a great piece of my heart.
Wow, I'm happy for you, my friend. I'm happy for you. You is well deserved. I mean, you're one of the best guys out there. You know what I'm saying? You got. I hope go there, man, and show what's about. I mean, you got good hands. You got good movement. I mean, you got to go there and show who you are, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I watched the last card, and of course, every bare knuckle card is awesome. Action-packed, you never know what you're going to see. And we got to see a couple fresh faces, a couple guys get their feet wet for the second time. And it was great, and it was exciting. But as always, you need, some of your all-stars on the card, bring that real grit and grind. So, and me and Abby are definitely, all-stars in the BKFC. So, and we're both still hungry. He's coming off an upset. I'm trying to, of course, maintain my number one contendership for another crack at the title. And I know after I win this fight, there's no rhyme, reason, or anything that, should stand in my way from getting another shot at whoever the current champion is at that moment in time. And so, I mean, I'm not looking past Abby, but the goal was to be the bare knuckle world champion. And I'm just going to play my position, beat up whoever they put in front of me in the meantime. Have fun doing it, and y'all know. So.
And you got the tools, man. You got the tools. I mean, you're fast. You got good hands. You're charismatic. You know what I'm saying? You got the tools. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to you how far you gonna stretch it. You know what I'm saying? So you already got the tools and you got the skills. So I mean, I don't see nobody in the division, could even touch you. You know what I'm saying? So once you go in there 100%, I mean, it's hands down.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
We've been training hard. Oh, I didn't. Go ahead. Ask your questions. I'm gonna shut up.
no, you're good. You're good.
No, you're good,
I was trying to interrupt Cruz because he said you got the good hand, but I was about to say you have the educated hands. You're going to educate those people with good hands.
And we've been learning more too. Trust and believe. Just because it's been a little bit of layoff doesn't mean that we don't keep working. And every time I come back to the square circle, I bring something else in my tool belt. And of course, definitely, I will have something else. We didn't get, unless you were there, you didn't get to see what I did to Matt Murphy, but it was absolutely brutal. And like a minute and a half, I had already broke his spirit. So we'll see how Abby stands up to that. We'll see how anybody stands up to that. That is the game plan from now on. No long, drawn out, 5-round unanimous fights. I'm coming in there to break your freaking spirit, to break your will to fight, and get me a nice new medal, and then eventually we'll walk away with 2 straps. So, but in the back of my mind, the title fight really isn't priority. Y'all know I still, at the end of the day, I want to fight that Glenn. It doesn't matter whether he's got the belt, whether he beats Johnny or he doesn't. I'm deep down in my heart, like I said, and I told him, and I stand by it. Before he retires from fighting, if he does fight Johnny, then afterwards you can't retire from fighting without fighting me, whether you win, lose, or draw. So, and I still stand by that, and I hope he's man enough to respect that and honor that and stand by the words that he said.
All right, so I heard ever since the last time I had your interview last time, you've had a lot of support. You end up getting multiple sponsors. How does it feel to start getting everybody to back you up? Now you got the sponsors, you got all the support behind you.
We're building a brand. My mom took over as my manager. I know that sounds crazy, but my life has been a family business. We've kept everything. My gym is a family-owned business, and it's like being a part of the family when you're there. Today it was grueling. It was really tough training, but it was absolutely awesome. And just to have a group of teammates, that's like a family, pushing and encouraging each other and trying to make each other better. I got a buddy in there, Will, who's a southpaw like me. He's like 168, and he hits like a brick, like a ton of bricks. But I know my opponent's a southpaw, and so I got in there. I was like, all right, Will, you hit me like I'm 168. You know what's gonna happen. So we got work, and it was tough. And I got caught with a couple good shots, but I enjoyed it, and it pushed me. It made me a better fighter. So just to be able to be in that atmosphere, and we just keep, like I said, we keep adding tools to the tool belt, man.
That's great. I mean, it seems like you have a good team and family support behind you. And as a fighter, you need that. You need that. A lot of people can talk all the shit they want. You need that. You need people that they're gonna be there for you and bring it and upgrade you to be better and better and better. Whether you schedule for a fight or not, let's go to the gym. Let's practice some move. Let's practice some new things. Because fighting is always involving. There's always something new, something to learn. You can never stay stale and be the same. You're not gonna go far like that. So you always gotta grow and learn and evolve.
Well, I like that you said that. Because we've been building the Educated Hands brand, of course, and definitely the education in my hands has come from quite a few places. we didn't had that discussion before. I don't even know. I won't say I'm like a master or any of that, but also with building this brand, I'm also able to give back to my community and also to the other kids in the youth. And so, we haven't officially launched it yet, but we're also going to launch the Educated Minds brand, because in the world that we live in right now, some kids are able to go to school and some aren't. So we want to create a branch in another network within them, so they can still help and learn and grow from each other.
That's right.
So with building, I love fighting. Fighting is my heart, and I yearn to fight, and I cannot freaking wait to get in there on September 11th and just, do my job, but also have fun doing it. But also, I thank Bare Knuckle for giving me the platform to help, like I said, help, build this network and this branch that's coming up for the kids that are in my community that are getting ready to go back to school, because a lot of them are forced now because of COVID-19 to stay home and do homeschooling. And it's going to be tough on the parents. It's going to be tough on the kids being away from each other.
Yeah.
So I feel like, once we launch this Educated Minds thing, and it's a network within the children and the parents to help them connect it, so that way it makes learning and teaching from home easier. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Makes
it
sense.
does.
Makes sense.
It does.
Makes sense. I love the
I got
fact,
5 kids of my own, so.
I love the fact, Reggie. I love the fact that you're using that platform not only to help yourself but to help others. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a professional athlete. Sometimes we get caught in the moment that it's all about me. You know what I'm saying? You probably help yourself, by being a fighter, but you're also reaching out, helping your community, and now more than ever, we need people to look up to, you know what I'm saying? And listen, my hand goes up to you, man. That's something that is powerful, and I love you for that, brother.
Well, it's going to be their school year starts next month here in the 7th. And even just, we're, of course, locally, that's where you start things. But I'm hoping that the idea will be projected in other areas that could use it, in all actuality. It's the kids, as always, are, they say it, it's so cliche, the kids are our future, but times have changed drastically. The way they absorb information, the way we pass information, and the way that they learn is completely different, and they still are the future of what this world is going to become. And so we need to make sure that the information that they absorb, one, is good and valid, and also, two, that they are able to share and communicate with each other, having to be separated from each other.
Yeah, no, but everything that starts new always starts locally, and if it works in one school, it's gonna branch out. You know what I'm saying? People hear it and see what you're doing, and like, wow, because our government's not doing shit right now. I mean, there's all chaos. They have no clue what they're doing. One day they say one thing, the other day they say another. They have no clue. So it's so fresh and respected. Someone like you to do something for your community, and hopefully it'll branch out, because sooner or later somebody's got to do something, because we can't trust our government to do anything these days.
Well, regardless, the government, it always says we the people. We the people make the change. And so whatever little bit that I can help to, I work with a lot of kids. I have a lot of kids in my gym, and I discussed it with them. I talked to a few of the parents, and I said, as long as we keep the lines of communication, because it's a perfect example, right? I hate math, right? I absolutely hate math.
Me too.
And I know my daughter has math. It's going to be, we got a little bit of her curriculum or core, blah, blah. She's going to have math. And I'm not going to lie and say I absolutely all understand it. But a boxing coach of mine that lives in Maryland, a friend of mine, is a math whiz. And so, not him, but a friend of his son is not, his strongest subject is not English and language, but that's mine.
Right.
That's what I love to do. I write, I read, all that stuff. So we just transfer information and help each other's kids in the spots that we can't fill in. And that was just the mindset behind it. But I know I went off on a tangent. Like I said, I've had so much support. I got a new sponsor, Tribal International, who, I don't know if y'all saw the pictures, made me some outstanding gloves.
I love it.
And I sparred with them today. Like I did 25 rounds today. That was the first time I sparred with them. Oh, my goodness. I was supposed to do a Shark Tank, and ended up just getting in there and just getting different looks and doing rounds, And I had a range of guys.
You watch that too?
Huh? What'd you say, Jeff?
I said you watch Shark Tank too, huh?
Well, our Shark Tank's a little different.
My kid's yelling in the background. I'm sorry.
You know what Shark Tank means?
Do you not know what a Shark Tank is in fighting?
In fighting?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, hold up,
my
man.
kid was interrupting me.
I was gonna say,
No, my kid was interrupting me, man.
yeah,
My kid was yelling in the background.
Reggie, I could invite him to my gym, and we show him what a Shark Tank is.
Yeah, we can show what Shark Tank is.
Oh, you don't want to do you don't want to do that with me, Cruz.
Yeah, oh, yes, I do.
All right, so Reggie, go continue what you were talking about.
My bad. Oh, shoot. I don't know. Where we at? Oh, I was talking about my sponsors and stuff. So,
Yeah,
I got the new gloves. I did the sponsor. I absolutely love them. It was, they feel great. So, we're going to give a pair away on the 29th.
Nice.
We're going to do a giveaway. So, look on my Instagram page. Look on my Facebook page.
Nice.
You know, enter in. I'm excited about being able to give a pair of gloves away.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we got a bunch of bags and gloves coming in for the kids. So we're going to donate a few bags and a few gloves to the local LBCs around here. They're trying to get. Hey, what up, Steve? What up? They're trying to get.
Steve.
Steve's watching you.
Yeah, I see him. We're trying to get the kids back to work boxing here too. So they're going to do a mock show, and hopefully everything goes well. And so, but in the meantime, we want to make sure they still have the equipment and material and all that stuff necessary to keep training hard and doing what they need to do. And then, of course, I have some sponsors that have been around for a while. JDIS has been just supporting me. I can't even explain it. He's just a big fan. He was a fan of mine, and now, he's a good friend, and I just have his continued support. So
nice.
Anybody in the 757, if you got some driving issues, join their driving improvement school. He's a great guy, and he does great things around here. Man, I got like 15 sponsors. We'll sit here.
You gotta write it down.
I know. I see it on your fan page.
You gotta write it down.
But it's. I love the sponsors because like I said, it's an opportunity to network and intermingle and connect other people.
Yeah, you gotta do like the Oscars when they come out with the paper and be like, so.
Somebody sent me a text message of it, and I'm like, if I click on the text message, it'll take me out of the conversation. So I'm just like, well, do this stuff. But I can't even explain it. But and then bare knuckle, of course. I'm grateful to come back as always. And I love fighting with Florida. And it's always a good trip. So I'm gonna take the correct precautions and social distance from people, do everything I need to do because I got a baby back here at home that I got to make it back to. So that's
right. Definitely.
So as I was talking about bare knuckles starting September 11th, you're going to be fighting there. That's going to be an exciting card. I've seen a few names up there I'd love to see go at it. The tribute they're going to have on September 11th is really a great thing that you guys are going to do, and I really can't wait for that. So we'll see what happens, who you're going to fight.
All right,
soon,
so somebody asked me this, and I want to ask you guys this, and I'm not giving my opinion because, like I said, I'm not going to be Mr. Nice Guy anymore. How do y'all feel about Paige getting signed to BKFC?
You know, I mean, I already.
Look, y'all supposed to be interviewing me and ask y'all the table.
I already said that was a bad move because she's not really have good hands or good boxing. I already said, for BKFC, it's not a right move for her because she doesn't have good hands or good boxing. She's gonna get murdered. I don't know who her opponent's gonna be, but of course they're not gonna put her with top 5 in the BKFC because in the 8 fights that she has in MMA, she only has one win by TKO. Okay, that's it. You know what I'm saying? So she's not known to be a banger. and you know, and you see a lot of her fights. A lot of her fights, she got real bloody, real messy with MMA gloves. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't know. I don't see her really going far in the
Hey,
sport.
maybe
But
that's the entertainment part of it is that they know she's gonna get bloody and messy if
right,
she gets in
right,
there and gets down and dirty.
right.
I don't know.
Just
I'm always me personally. I've been like kind of like I don't know the outcast son a little bit in the
right,
BKFC. Dave
right.
loves me and he's always taking great care of me. But I sent you a video, Jeff, and I was trying to get you to be able. You got to go back and see if you can pull up and edit it. But I've been giving him a hard time since the tryouts up in Philly busted his balls.
Right.
The first time I met him, so that's just kind of the relationship we have. I was just trying to send you the video because the guys were in there doing the punch mitts, and it was like these two fat, sloppy guys, And I was like, "Hey, Dave, can I take my shirt off?" And he's like, "Well, we really need you to wear the shirt for footage, Reggie." And I was like, "But you let the fat guy take his shirt off." I was like, "I got an 8-pack over here. Let me take my shirt off." And he was like, "Please keep your shirt on, Reggie." And I was like, all right, I'll deal with my damn shirt." And then we go over to the bags for the bare knuckle, for the bag thing at the tryouts, and he's like, "All right," and they give us gloves. Now, granted, y'all, I have been punching brick walls and concrete and stuff for weeks. So I'm like, what? Why y'all giving me gloves? And he's like,
Right.
"Please just put the gloves on." And I was like, "All right." So I put the gloves on, and the timer goes off, and I start hitting the bag. And I was like, "Man, forget these gloves, yo!" And I just threw the gloves on the ground and start banging out the bag bare knuckle. It's a bare knuckle tryout, and everybody's looking at me. Everybody's looking at me like, oh, and so everybody starts taking their gloves off and then the bag bare knuckle. And Dave's like looking at me like, "God damn it, Reggie!" I'm not lying. It's a true story.
Yeah, but
So there's always been
awesome.
there's always been a little controversy, and all that stuff being there. But I think it helps, like I said, with my story, and also, project bare knuckle out there for the people who happen to stumble upon who I am and what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to just getting back.
We know who you are, Reggie. We know who you are. You're an amazing fighter. Yeah, good hands, good movement. You go there and put up a show. Win or lose, you always put up a show, and people love that.
Yeah, that is my main thing. Period.
There you go. And that's why people like you.
My moniker.
Like you.
It does not matter win, lose, or draw. I'm coming to fight. Win, lose, I'm not coming to run. I'm not. You kids. We all saw the title fight.
Yeah.
I still kept going forward despite of. I come to fight. I come to put it all on the line every time I show up, and Dave knows he can expect that.
Yeah.
BKFC fans know they can expect that from me.
Especially bare knuckle.
And we know that Abby is coming to redeem himself. We absolutely know. I don't expect any less than that. I hope he's fully 100% recovered from his injury, so that way we can also give the fans the best possible fight ever.
Oh, and I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome, and I can't wait.
Definitely. It's going to be a great fight. And then, Jeff, do you have the list? Like, if I have a list of stuff right here, but my split screen isn't working. And if I click out of this, I won't see you guys anymore. But I have a list of the card. Well, some of the cards now. All right.
Dude, you can do that if you want.
No, I'm asking, do you have that same list?
No, you have it.
No, I don't have it. No. Nobody never gave me a link on it. I don't have it.
Oh, boo. My split screen isn't working. I'm ill prepared, guys. I'm sorry. This is unprofessional of me. Wait, I was supposed to know that anyway.
Well, anyway,
I would like to see. Well, we know Luis Palomino isn't fighting anytime soon. I don't really know. I was utterly shocked in that fight, but I kind of expected it. I just didn't expect it so quick. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah, it does.
I know
Yeah,
I'm not, you know,
Cruz
not
is
to
over
talk
there
bad
being
about his
quiet.
opponent, but I expected it to go that way. I just didn't expect it to happen so fast. So when it did, I was just like, well, damn. And then you got Jim Ayers over here, and of course, in his heart and in his mind, he believes that he's the true champion of that weight class. So I can't wait to see that fight manifest in itself. It's going to be absolutely fireworks. And I try to remain impartial, but so I will just say that I'm just rooting for the undefeated fighter to keep stay undefeated, and we'll just leave it at that. So.
All right, so
then,
Reggie, all right, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Y'all.
So what I was gonna say is, I know you're representing my state 2757 and everything that you're doing for the kids and everything. I love what you guys are trying to start up, and I wish we could have that going around on every state. So Arizona is one of the worst states for education. So it's hard for me because I'm at home by myself with 5 kids doing homework for 3 of them. So it's like we as parents need to help at home. Teachers are really not doing that much of help for us here. So I like what you're doing. That's all I want to say.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. So it's not really hard to kind of manifest in a local setting initially. So like you said, you have kids that go to school, and well, I don't know if school started there yet or how it's going. Here they're doing online schooling, and I think some different parts of Virginia, the kids went back to school. You have the option to opt out. But regardless of how the basis of it is what my child may not know, somebody else's child does.
Right.
What I may not know, another parent may know, and what that parent may not know, another parent may know, another child's parent has to know. So initially starting just a little conversation with a local community, and ours just happened to be because we are a boxing community, and the kids, they talk to each other, they train with each other. So I figured it was easier to initiate the conversation there.
That's
so
right.
Anybody can really, and get, started on it. If
open a line of communication and
Yep, open the line of communication, and we're supposed to be social distancing. There are so many different ways. We took my son to the doctor the other day, and of course, only one parent is allowed in. So you know what I did? I Facebook called her. I said, "Hey, babe, set the phone in the corner of the room." And the doctor came in, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, doc?" And he paused for a second, and he looked over, and he's like, "Oh, Dad's here." I was like, "Yeah, I'm here." So there's no excuse. The way communication is just so, broad and basic that it really relies on us. It relies on us, the parents, the adults, and then also the kids. And they will also still have to want to learn and want to expand their minds and better themselves in this environment in time. Because eventually, when the world opens back up, they're going to need those skills that they're not getting directly by being that we were afforded, our generations were afforded in the classroom. And then some people will say, "Oh, well, good riddance with, classroom teaching, and we've learned like that for years and blah blah blah." But at the same time, it should have been being done then. So why not do it now? And we can move forward. And even if the kids go back to being in classrooms and social distancing and whatnot, still having that open network of educated mind communication between the students and the parents and at a broader spectrum will just make it so much easier for everybody. The parents, the teachers, the kids, all that. So that's where I was trying to find, and I know this sounds crazy, right? But as a human being, sometimes we get a little lost and distracted. And it's like, well, what is our purpose? What are we doing with ourselves? What are we, I guess, essentially fighting for? Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Of course, I fight for my family, and and my kids, and I fight for myself because I love freaking fighting. And it's just if I didn't fight, I might punch one of my coworkers in the face. If I didn't know, that I had a fight coming up, I was like, "Yo, bro, be glad I know I'm scared to punch somebody in the face." But I also thought about it in just our times and what was going on and what I could do to truly help.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I did a lot of thinking, pondering on it, and I was like, I have a great platform to speak and reach people, and
That's
so
right.
this idea, this thought process that I had in my mind, I want to share it to as much people as I can. So,
No, but like you said, Reggie, as a fighter, see, that's exactly what you said. As a fighter, it's not so much about fighting for you and your family. Sometimes in this situation, you realize that, damn, I have a platform. As a fighter, you want to fight also for other people too, because not everybody has that platform or that help or that way to reach out. So you want to open that communication, open that platform, not only for yourself, but for others. You know what I'm saying? And it starts locally, like you said, start small, and it will grow. It will grow. But that's what a fighter is. You don't just fight for yourself, for your family. Sometimes you got to fight for other people too, and for what you believe. And my man, you're doing a great job. God bless you, man. Good job.
Thank you, guys. I definitely appreciate it. I really, really do appreciate it. And I looked at my kids and I said, where will the world be in the next decade when it's time for my daughter to go out into the world and be an adult? And I got a newborn now, and I said, damn, what would the world be in 20 years from now? And I was like, hey, well, just beating people up. Well, just because I love it and I'm good at it. Like I said, we're just going to keep emphasizing that point.
Can do it forever.
And I will definitely go down in the Hall of Fame as one of the best fighters at 135 pounds of my generation. And that's what I told my father when we initially started this. Whether I won the world title the first time around, whether I ever win the world title, I'll still go down as one of the best at 135 pounds of my generation. That is undeniable. But at the same time, will fighting, being that, have made a difference in the world today? Absolutely not. But if I do that, if I use my educated hands to go out there and put on a great show for the fans and the people every time, but then also let them know that, hey, we need each other. We need to communicate with each other and make sure that our children are being taught and learning everything that they need to learn to be prepared for whatever the world may be in the next 2 decades. Then yes, I am fighting for something.
That's right.
And so I'm so grateful to, Dave Feldman, Bare Knuckle, Nate Shook.
Yep.
My mom is my manager for just helping promote me and, promote our business and my thought process as far as all this. So it's going to be great. Hold on. I'm going to pull up this list so I don't get yelled at. Here you go. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we could hear you.
We're just going to run them off right quick. So I got Robin Sports, Tribal Gear International, of course, who gave me my gloves. Travis Lee Medical Institute, which is a good friend of mine, Dr. Lee, who takes care of all my physical medical needs. Cryomax, J&K Style Grill, which is where I always eat my cheat meals. They have these awesome freaking chili cheese dogs.
Oh, gotta love
it. Gordon Customs Printing. He does great work on all different types of stuff. He can customize and print anything. Of course, my home gym, 757 Boxing. My buddy Mike and Shannon over at Match Bout. I already talked about Jordan Driving. And then my buddy at Ginger Hale's Lemonade, which is like a special ginger lemonade that I absolutely love.
No.
It honestly, it helps with for me right now, I am 138 pounds. If I wanted to make weight, I can make weight tomorrow.
Easy, yeah.
And it's not from, I'm not dehydrated or drawn out, and I naturally box at about 120 pounds. I tell fighters you should try to live within 10 pounds of whatever you're fighting. So if you fight at 135, if you fight at 135, then you need to be living a lifestyle that dictates that you walk around at 135 pounds.
Yeah, that's why that's why I don't get how many fighters, they have to lose 20, 30 pounds to make weight. You should be close to your weight class year long. You
Who
know,
was it? The boxer this past weekend was it David Benavidez? He lost his world title, his world WBC. What was it? Super
because he didn't
middleweight
make
or whatever
weight.
title on the scale because he didn't make weight.
Look at that. There you go. There you go.
Right? Went in
There you
there
go.
and absolutely destroyed his
There you
opponent.
go.
It was an
There you
easy
go.
fight for him, but he's no longer a world champion because he didn't
There
have
you
enough
go.
discipline to make weight.
Yeah.
It's just how you live. It's your lifestyle. It's how you take care of yourself. how
But you know what?
train.
It goes to show you, Reggie, that even at that level, even as the world champion, you know, it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about it, but
No.
as hard training is, the eating and making weight is probably two of the most hardest one ever. You know what I'm saying? And most people are not disciplined to eat healthy and stay awake a close weight year long. You know what I'm saying? Some guys like to gain 20, 30 pounds, and then they find it super hard to lose it. You know, I mean, because, listen, if you're a professional athlete, be a professional athlete, that's not a part-time job. That's a full-time job all the fucking year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Period.
You're absolutely right. So I don't. Like I said, my lifestyle. I live with intent. I'm always ready to. If they say, "Hey, we want you to box," I say I can do 128. I've been throwing out 122, 125, 126, and I'm like, no. I know for a fact that I have been living my lifestyle with dictates. I can make 128. Maybe 127 hopefully, but I'm not gonna put myself in that predicament. But I'm ready to go anywhere between
That's right.
35 anytime. Oh man, the stupid thing is dying. Hold on, let's see if y'all can still hear my mic even if he's cut off.
Ooh, can you hear me, fellas?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, but yeah, but like my father used to say, going back to you being a fighter, like my father used to say, it's not the fighting or you fighting, it's what you do with the fight. You know what I'm saying? And as a fighter, there's so many avenues that you could go about with that fight. How do you touch people? How you educate people? How there's no limit. The only limit is you who will be shy to reaching out or don't want to reach out. But there's so much you could do as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? The inside and outside the ring. There's no limit. It's up to you how far you want to take that. And of course, you're a great example of that, Reggie. You know what? And a lot of guys, and not only in fighting but in professional sport, because you're not the only one. But there's a lot of guys doing the same thing. But we need more to do it, and in our neighborhood and our friends and family, we need more of that, especially now.
Right. That's true. So,
Yeah.
we heard everything from what you're going to do, educated him, Reggie. So, from here until your next fight, you're going to. I've seen some of your videos. You're training some of your.
Woo! Stings. Those punches sting, man.
Can't nobody do what I do. I'm
I couldn't do what you
getting
could do,
better
man.
every day. Like I said, we add new tools. I some of that stuff I just do to see if I can challenge people. And what's crazy to me is I will do. I'm not really trying to put on. I just be in there having fun, just playing around, having fun. But then you go and you see these dudes doing the most basic crap. Nothing at all.
Right.
Hitting the bag, and there's no head movement, no defense off of it, or they're just touching it, and then every couple of seconds they'll throw a power shot or whatever. And it's like, and then they'll get thousands or millions of views, and I'm like, man, okay.
Go to show you.
It's all right. I'm not even stressing it.
Listen,
Yeah,
but I know what you're talking about. I see all the time, but you know what? I can't do them. I gotta do me. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I just be having fun, and I will always. I told somebody before, and I always tell everybody, you don't see it all. You definitely don't. You only see what I allow y'all to see.
That's right. That's right.
We do way worse. And it's way grueling. So I just be putting up. You
see some of my pictures and videos. There's certain things that I will never show, and that is my pad training. I will never, I do certain drills, certain things that it's just mine. You know, I don't certain things I don't show nobody how to do. So, you know, the bag, no big deal. Kicking, no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Circuit training, no big deal. But my pad work, that's my secret. you gotta keep something for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Word. I post a little of those, but mine is all mostly just basic stuff. We do, and I don't know. It's weird. We don't really do pad training. We do. I call it fight ready training because you can get adjusted and used to just hitting repetitiously on a pad, and that's what you do. You
become a robot.
How your body becomes muscle memory.
Yeah,
so we'll do the concept of the pad drills, and you'll see. I'm probably gonna post one in a day or so. I got a little kid that I've been training. He's been working really hard. I just want to show off what he's been doing. Yeah. But we also do fight ready training where it's whatever we learned on the pads, we actually practice on a human being.
That's right.
It's not sparring. It's not where you guys get in there and spar, whatever. It's a whole other thing. It's fight ready training. I don't know if anybody does that kind of work or whatever. I don't really care. It's like, somebody probably is like, don't give away anymore. It doesn't. Right. I also want guys to get better at what they do. Do fight ready training where you actually go in there and you practice where the punches are going to go on a human being.
You will think this is the year 2020. You would think fighters will know better. You know what I'm saying? You could hit the heavy bag all day, big deal. You could hit the pad work all day, big deal. You could spar all day, big deal. But if you're not doing it with a strategy, getting ready for a real fight, how you apply it to a real fight, then like you're saying, you're just repeating movement that it's not gonna be valid for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it. They're mimicking as close to a real fight. Do drills, do technique, get you ready for a real fight. Not just hitting like a robot, because anybody could do that. Any fool could do that. Be alive. Mimic whatever you do, whether it's the pad work, the heavy bag, the sparring, the mitts. Do it as real, as alive as possible to a real fight, and that's how you get better. But it's action, practice your action, practice your reaction, practice your counter, practice your defense, practice your footwork. Hello, there's more to fighting than just hitting.
You're absolutely right, Anthony. You're absolutely right, and
yes,
a lot of then you see the different levels of fighters, and you see how they train and how it transpires into their performance. You could tell the difference.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I learned from a trainer with Louis Bad Boy Ruiz, a 3-time world kickboxing champion. He used to take us to the Morris Park gym in the Bronx, which is a pure boxing gym. He said, Anthony, we're going to do boxing there with real boxers. You know what I'm saying? Not kickboxing, with real boxers. And these guys, with Albert Moriki, who's a pro kickboxer and boxer, and all these guys, teach me the ropes, because you cannot mimic something without knowing. You got to go learn for something who knows what the hell they're doing. You cannot mimic something just out of the blue and say, well, I'm a boxer because I have these 2 pads in front of you. No, there's more to boxing than that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So for years, that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? We go to a real boxing gym and learn boxing, and I learned, and I thought I knew it all because I was in my 20s. I thought I knew it all. Yeah, let me tell you something. I knew nothing. I didn't know nothing, man.
One thing about fighting is there's never any mastery of it. So
that's right. That's right.
There's anybody out there who thinks that you know everything.
Right. Bullshit.
I've been boxing since I was 4 years old.
That's right.
4. I'm 34 now. That's 30 years.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm still learning new stuff. I'm still creating new stuff. And that's one of the things that I love about bare knuckle the most, is because the rules allow some leeway for me to be able to create new moves and new gestures and new hand defenses and new blocks and new counters. Yeah. And so it takes it from the beyond the bounds of traditional boxing, which like I said, I've been doing all my life, and And I look forward to, like I said, showcasing.
Yeah, but you know, even when we watch boxing today, okay, and boxing's been around for 100+ years, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's boxing, go to show you, right? It's boxing. It's only with your hands. No two fighter is ever the same.
Nope.
Never. You know what I'm saying? Never. You know what I'm saying? No two fighters ever jab the same. No two fighters ever counter the same. No two fighters move the same. So to show you is boxing, but go to show you just boxing itself is not just one thing. You know, it's multiple things for different people. You know what I'm saying? And how you use it is up to you, to your strength and your limitations. You know what I'm saying? The sky's the limit. So go to show you how simple like boxing could be. It's not that boxing. That's why it's called it sweet science.
September 11th, we ain't boxing. It's bare knuckle, and I don't even know what you can call. We have to come up with a new phrase for it.
We have to come up with something, right?
It's not even sweet science anymore.
Right.
You got my mind going now. I'm gonna have to sit down and really truly brainstorm.
Yeah, you gotta think about
term for what we're gonna call. You know,
that's
they call
right.
Boxing the sweet science, but you can't call it.
It's not boxing. It's not boxing. Right.
We're gonna have to come up.
Because
have to come up with something. So anybody out there listening to this broadcast,
right?
You know, if you got a good suggestion of
what bring it on.
Bare knuckle in lieu of boxing being called the sweet science. To one of us, let us know.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We'll put it out there. Maybe we'll get a big old vote going for bare knuckle.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds great.
Call it since everybody calls boxing the sweet science. Bare knuckle is not the sweet science. It's a whole other animal in itself.
Right. And we can call it just bare knuckle because it really doesn't. It sounds. We say bare knuckle. It sounds just brutal. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like two guys in the back alley. You know, rocking each other. You know what I'm saying? So we need something a little bit more fancy to generalize it, you know.
You know, it always makes, I don't know if it's bashful or shameful when I'll be out somewhere and my wife will be like, "Oh, well, he's a bare knuckle fighter," and then they'll look at me,
right,
and they're like, the look is like,
right, they don't know.
You know, and so it always makes me a little apprehensive about the next thing I'm going to say to them because are they going to be scared or, you know, or you know, are they going to ask me? So, but of course I got this wonderful beauty mark from Clay Burns in that second fight. But still, it's just, when you say that or you tell somebody that, when you're like, yeah, I do bare knuckle, I fight 135 pounds.
They don't know what to say.
Championships, and they're like,
they don't know what to say because you know, as big as it is now, it's getting bigger. Still, the general public don't know what bare knuckle is. You see what I'm saying? And how far the roots of bare knuckle has come from. Because before there was modern boxing, there was bare knuckle. You know what I'm saying? So it's been around for a long time. Right. It's nothing new. But for some people, it is new. You know what I'm saying?
We share it and tell everybody everywhere we go, and it's amazing. My favorite part is their reaction. The people who don't know. And my favorite part is like, what? That's a thing? Like people really get paid to beat people up with no gloves on? I gotta see this. And then you'll show them. One of my favorite clips to show is the Shoemaker Prindle fight. That is one of my all-time favorite clips to show to people when you introduce them to bare knuckle. Right. Because you see Eric Prindle and he's like just this big hulky guy, and he comes out and your first thought is, oh, he's gonna win.
He's gonna win,
right? And then Shoemaker comes out, and I love Sam Shoemaker and his wife Lauren, and their boys are absolutely amazing. They're really good fans of mine. And you know, Sam comes out, and you're like, oh yeah, he's definitely gonna win. And they're like, knuckle up. And then, bam! He just obliterates him with that punch. So when you show that to people, I'm like, oh, yeah, I do bare knuckle fighting here. Check this out. This is what I do. And you show that to somebody, and they're like, what in the world? So it's absolutely amazing. And so I love being able to do that. And like I said, we go off and talk about all of this. So, Jeff, I feel like I do what I always do to everybody, and my apologies. I kind of hijacked your broadcast, but Thank you guys so much for having me.
This is your house. This is your house.
Hey,
You're
man.
not hijack. And
Good,
this is your
it's all
house.
good, bro. It's all good. Hey, Reggie,
This is your house, buddy.
before we get off this show, I want you to show my son your medals you're wearing right now. Here,
Oh,
show me.
all right.
Okay, show me your medals.
So
Tell where they come from.
this one is from my last fight. We're gonna call that the lost tape. That's just what I'm gonna call it. Hopefully one day, please don't take this the wrong way, guys. Hopefully one day we'll get the video and we'll see what I did to Matt Murphy, even if it's just for me to be able to review. Because the footage that my wife's got absolutely sucks and it's really too loud and I can't hear what's going on. And then, so I got this from my last fight at BKFC 10. And then this one I got in Mississippi from the Rusty Crowder fight, which was the quarterfinal fight before the World Championship fight. And I have another one, like I said, that I got for the fight with Clay Burns, but I gave that to a really good friend of mine that surprised me and showed up to the fight. So, but I will be putting more hardware. I saw what you said, Scott. Definitely, they're giving out memorial medallions, so I'll definitely be adding another one of those to the case. I just wanted to floss a little bit, represent.
It's all
Let
good.
y'all know that I'm coming for some more.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. Two is not enough anymore.
Oh, shoot. Dang right.
Hey, make sure when you get in that ring and you win that match September 11th, you say Fuller broadcast for you.
Hey guys, do me a favor, get in touch with my manager. Y'all send me one of those shirts, and I'm gonna send you an easy educated hand shirt.
Oh, definitely, my friend.
So
we'll do that. We can do that.
All right, guys, it's like 11:15 where I'm at.
Thank you.
My day starts at 4 a.m.
Woo! Do your thing.
I'm gonna hit the hay, guys. Thank you so much to all my sponsors, my family, my friends, my fans. Thank you all for your support, believing in me, and just we're gonna go and take care of business. Abby, please bring your A game. Let's put on a spectacular show on September 11th for the fans in the entire country. On such a solemn day. I definitely want to give, of course, everybody back home the 757 Hampton Roads VA stand up, definitely, and it's gonna be a great event. Thank you guys so much for having me, and y'all check out my upcoming training videos. Go to my Instagram _EAZ.
We will, my friend. We will.
_E, or definitely give my fan page on Facebook a like. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate all the love and support.
Anytime.
And hopefully, maybe I'll see y'all in Florida. No?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, you can send one to me and put it around my son's neck if you want.
Definitely. You guys stay healthy, stay blessed.
You too, my friend. You too. Thank you.
You heard it from the number one contender, Reggie Educated Hands. Have a good one, man. All right. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, man. There we go. We got Reggie back on my show, man. Wow.
Oh, he's awesome because he's been a fighter a long time. He has a lot to say, not only as a fighter, but as a representative for his community. Helping the kids. Not only he's running his own gym, but he also help kids with education and stuff. So he has a lot to say. I mean, we need more athletes like that, especially now more than ever. I'm happy and glad that we have a guy like him that uses his platform not just to benefit himself, but his family and other people, his community. And that's big, man. That's a lot of respect. I love that from him, man. Because you would think more people will be doing that, but a lot of people don't. People, they kind of selfish with themselves in the sport. And listen, my father from a very young age always told me that fighting is not just about fighting for yourself, or fighting for others to help others. You know what I'm saying? So, and I always live by that.
Yeah, that's what I love about Reggie. He gives back to the community and to the kids, and that's what I'm trying to do here too. Here I'm trying to do a fundraiser coming up. I'm not sure when, to fight against bullying. Try to do a fundraiser to help the kids that are being bullied. So hopefully I get a couple more people help there so we get that going. So
well, I'm gonna drop a bomb here tomorrow. I'm gonna be part of the video, which is Bully on Bully, to support, of course, anti-bully campaign with me and my buddy Anthony RG from a rapper from New York. So stay tuned for that video. I'm gonna be doing it tomorrow. I'm gonna be a little part. I'm gonna be do a little cameo in it. So we don't need that, especially now more than ever. We don't need people bullying, whether it's kids or women or guys, or we don't need that. We need more love. We need more peace, and we need more support. So guys, at the end of the day, we're human. We breathe and bleed like everybody else, and this time, if anything, at this time, what teaches us is to love and care for each other more and help each other. Okay, stop the negativity, help each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I agree with you. Hey guys, thank you for watching the Fuller Broadcast 24 Sports News. Stay tuned for Anthony's Cruise video tomorrow. And thank you for Reggie, Educated Hands, Barnett Jr. for coming up on my show. We'll be watching you September 11th. Thank you for watching the Fuller Broadcast 24/7 Sports News with Anthony Tiger Cruz and Jeffrey Fuller. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night.
Beat him senseless.
You and me and you, we gonna throw down. That's right, we gonna get serious.
You can run, but you can't hide.
It's time for the Fuller Broadcast with your host, Jeff Fuller, and your co-host, Anthony the Tiger Cruz, bringing you the latest